speaker, Mrs. Anupama Tripathy. Mrs. Anupama Tripathy, the PhD scholar, MSTBD University, okay, Baripada. Uh, our topic is Mahatma Gandhi's concept of karma. And today today is the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi, and I think she had chosen her topic Mahatma Gandhi's concept of karma on this auspicious day, and it will be a tribute to Mahatma Gandhi on his birthday. So thanks so much, Anupama, for choosing this topic and presenting this topic on the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi. And it is guided by Professor Pramod Kumar Das, Head, Department of Philosophy, Noida Autonomous College in the state of Odisha. So I welcome the speaker and her guide to this intellectual program, to this academic program of philosophy family. Over to Mrs. Anupama Tripathy to present her topic on Mahatma Gandhi's concept of karma. Over to
Thank you,
Anupama.
sir. Namaskar to all of you. And respected my guide, Pramod Kumar Das sir, respected Dr. K. Naran sir, respected Dr. Kailas Chandra sir, and respected Dr. Jayanti ma'am sir, and all estimated judges and all estimated participants. Today is October 2, is Gandhi Jayanti, and I'm very glad that today's my topic is Mahatma Gandhi's concept of karma. The philosophical pursuit of Mahatma Gandhi is deeply rooted in two of his great concepts, truth and non-violence. Relating to these two pursuits, there are two ethical paradigms, namely Tapascharya and Brahmacharya. Tapascharya is to be cultured for the realization of truth, and Brahmacharya, along with non-stealing and non-possession, is required for practicing non-violence. In parallel with the thoughts of Mahatma Gandhi, the Bhagavad Gita teaches us these two ethical paradigms right from Visada Yoga to Mukhya Sannyasa Yoga. The Bhagavad Gita begins with Arjuna's Visada in the battlefield. Arjuna, being deluded by infatuation and attachment for his kith and kin, shows his reluctance to fight. His attitude may be non-violence because war that causes injury and death is a matter of violence. The purpose of war is to establish dharma or truth, but the war itself is an act of violence. If without war truth cannot be established, that means without violence and establishment of truth must have to go hand in hand. But this is not the message of the Bhagavad Gita. According to the Bhagavad Gita, truth or dharma shall be established by non-violence only. This is the central theme of the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, and Mahatma Gandhi was greatly influenced by message, and his character and conduct were polluted by this philosophy. Mahatma Gandhi has given emphasis on knowledge as the prerequisite for doing karma and understanding dharma. Arjuna failed to distinguish between kinsmen and outsides due to the lack of the knowledge. Arjuna was not against killing, rather he was against the killing of his kinsmen due to the ignorant attachment. Therefore, knowledge plays a vital role in human life from which the seed of action and devotion sprout. Mahatma Gandhi believes in the ideal of non-violence. He claims that the very desire of protecting the kinsmen who were involved in adharma is an instance of violence. The first stage of spiritual knowledge is the knowledge of the distinction between the Atman and the body. Death is the natural consequence of the biological growth. Therefore, one should neither fear nor grieve death. Death happens to body and the Atman is immortal. The man of wisdom knows that exists and what does not exist. Name and form are subject to change, but the formless is beyond all changes. The knower of the self cannot slayer of the self and not the slain, and the question of way for death does not arise at all. Mahatma Gandhi believes in the wisdom that where there is possessiveness, there is violence. All things of the world belong to us, but we should be indifferent to all these worldly things by culturing a sense of vairagya or detachment. The attachment for possession leads to violence and causes enmity and enmity. Mahatma Gandhi contends that if one cultivates the attitude of indifference and control anger, one can attain freedom from pairs of dialectical opposites like being and non-being, life and death, pleasure and pain, attachment and detachment, dharma and swadharma, freedom and bondage, karma and niskama, and so on. At every moment, we have to conscious of the fact that a particular action will serve the Atman or the body. Any action that serves our physical body with a strong ignorant attachment that leads to bondage. An action served for the Atman leads us to the world of bliss and peace and ultimately to the abode of immortality. A person who is attached to enjoyment of the senses and position of power, whose mind has been diluted by accusation or criticism, cannot have a restored intellect. We should rely on our ability and respect our own dharma. We should not waste our time and energy on anything which lies outside our ability. Whatever may be the consequence of our own dharma, we must accept. Even we must accept death, which is the greatest consequence of life force. But we should not be inclined towards others' dharma in which we do not have any expertise and interest. This inclination for outside affair is nothing but our ignorant attachment. Here, one should be aware of the strength of his own being. The mind The mind is stronger than the senses, and the intellect is still stronger than mind. But beyond the senses, mind, and intellect, there is a presiding authority, which is the strongest force, and that is Atman. We have to overcome the demonic impulses in the mind to be inclined for outside dharma and performs one's own dharma with credit and merit. If our Atman is awake, it will never allow delusion of any type. The Atman shall never allow dream in our sleep. To avoid dream and all types of delusion, one must be awakened and never become the slave of sleep. Dream is the symbol of unreality or projected reality which reveals to us only because of ignorance. Mahatma Gandhi contends that love is a force of attraction which can make our Atman free from false attachment and into aversion. Love leads to comparison, and hence, by love, one can conquer all evil and realize the truth. The karma yogi who finds this happiness and his peace within him and who does not depend on external objects for being happy, that great soul is absorbed into Brahman. There are two types of nirvana discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. One is attained after the destruction of the body. This is called disembodied freedom. And the second type of nirvana is called Brahma nirvana, which is the state of void and which is attained while living in the empirical world with this body, mind, and intellect. The former is called Vidya Mukti and the latter is called Chipana Mukti. That person who has overcome the lower self in him and who is samadrishti in heat or cold, pleasure and pain, honor and dishonor, attains the Brahma Nirvana in this very practical life. A karma yogi should have wisdom of both the empirical and transcendental state of Atman. The Atman that lives in the visible world is called Aparaprakriti, and the invisible world is called the Paraprakriti. Such wisdom is necessary for a karma yogi in order to get one to be aware of the real agency of the action done. The metaphysics determines the ethical responses of our activities. If we believe in materialism, our way of involvement in different activities shall be based on the principle of utilitarism and consequentism. If we believe in spiritualism, we dedicated every action to the Supreme Atman and lost the sense of agency. If we believe in both materialism and spiritualism, our attitude of involved shall be still different. The Bhagavad Gita believes in both the unmanifested Prakriti and the manifested Prakriti. From this metaphysical perspective, the ethical responses comes us to believe in both dharma and swadharma. The absolute value and the conceptual value both have equal importance in the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. Mahatma Gandhi also believes in these two aspects of metaphysics as well as ethics. Jnana refers to genuine experience of truth, which is better than doing karma with ignorant attachment. But knowledge is not enough. One should transform into the realm of meditation, which is concentration of mind. But beyond meditation, there is a greater value which is called renunciation. Renunciation of the fruit of action is first and last step of perfection. This is highest manifestation of devotion or love. Compassion is better than friendship. Compassion is based on the principle of non-violence and unconditional concern and love of one for oneself. A person should be pure in his thoughts, speech, and action. A bhakta is called suchi, means being pure in body and mind. A bhakta is called dokya, means who does everything, being dedicated to God. A bhakta is called udasina, means remaining unaffected in failure and success. And bhakta is called sarvarambha parityagi, means that he will not search the work, rather the work will come searching him. All of us have our appointed work as Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. A true bhakta performs his duty without any expectation in return. This is the state of Sthita Prajna of a Karma Yogi, and this is the state of highest perfection in human life. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sir, please unmute, sir. Sir, please unmute.
Okay, thanks so much, Anupama, for a very
Thank you. Thank you,
brief,
sir.
brief and brief and clear paper on the concept of karma of Mahatma Gandhi. And many people have taken Mahatma Gandhi as an idealist. Some have taken Mahatma Gandhi as a naturalist, and some have taken Mahatma Gandhi as a pragmatist. And indeed, Mahatma Gandhi can be called as idealist, naturalist, and pragmatist. And he have taken Mahatma Gandhi as a karma yogi in all his life. And we have uh, we have a very clear observation of Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy that Mahatma Gandhi has tried to experiment everything, and he has also experimented the absolute truth that can be realized in his daily life. And I don't want to reflect upon that, and how Mahatma Gandhi has taken truth, and how truth is that what is experimentally verified. Mahatma Gandhi has told, and for this Mahatma Gandhi has taken action, uh, or the karma that is in his life, and he has not given importance to any other things. He has taken action, and for this the karma of Gandhi made him a pragmatist out and out. I don't want to reflect upon that. I congratulate you for reflecting upon the philosophy of karma of Mahatma Gandhi on
Thank you,
his
sir.
birthday, on his birthday, and it is a great tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. And with this, I request Dr. K. Omana Rao to carry on the interactive session. Over to Dr. Rao.
Thank you, Anupama Tripathy, madam. Well, it is a very clear paper, and very nicely have tried to explain this Gandhian idea of karma. Well, I don't see Jayanti, madam. She has left. Okay. So anybody who is interested to have a question, may I invite somebody? Anybody who is interested with a question or some suggestion? Anybody, even the participants can ask. Any participants, even the paper presenters today, they can raise a question or they can submit their observations. They are welcome. I'll wait for half a minute. Anybody who is interested. Okay, that is the way we learn actually. There is nothing wrong in it. Okay, you may be, it's an attempt. Through attempts we learn. So it's all about, say, learning. So we fall down to only rise up to learn. So anybody, please. Anyway, nobody's coming anyway. So yes, I see. Anupama Madam, in the philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi, as you see, there is an emphasis on purity in action. So he must, and he says, if the action is not pure, how can you think of a pure result? He's not, anyway, being influenced by Bhagavad Gita and being a karma yogi, he was just focusing on the purity in action. And you took non-violence, the ideal of non-violence,
And
as
love.
a tool to reach at the truth. Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
you see, uh, in the Gandhian exposition, we come across other principles of Astaya, Aparigraha, Brahmacharya. You see, they three can be clubbed together to imply a sort of purity in action. A karma is pure. Okay, if you are practicing
Yes.
Astaya, or if you are practicing non-position or Aparigraha, or you are practicing Brahmacharya. So there lies the purity in action, and there lies a true karma. Okay. Okay. Now my pertinent question is: in this purity, in this scheme of pure action, okay. Well, Gandhiji is not concerned about the consequences. Well, he is just focusing on the purity in action. But the only consequence that he is focusing is the establishment of truth. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir. Huh.
now my question is Gandhiji's idea of truth, say, which lies in the purity in action, is it building a perfection in the skill of a man? Number one. Number two, in the purity in action, is it also at the same time, apart from bringing about a perfection in the skill, is it also bringing about a spiritual enlightenment, a spiritual transformation in man? So my point is, in this purity, apart from being empirical, apart from solving the problems in hand, is it also bringing about a spiritual transformation in man? Anupama, man.
Sir, first of all, sir, uh, which is that truth and non-violence, that's the two main weapons of the Mahatma Gandhi's concept of. And say Mahatma Gandhi says that everything, if you think the what is truth and everything doing by the non-violence. So these two things are the main important. And in the second thing, I will say is that the spirituality that which says that at first we distinguish the difference between karma yoga and karma yogi, and that karma yoga is the theory and the karma yoga is the practical. And Gandhian says that is the best example of the in the case of the theory or and even the practical. He worked tireless and himself for the welfare of the Indian nation. And in the case of such spirituality, I believe that we dedicate every action to Supreme Atma and lost the sense of agency. That means the ego, bhava or karta bhava. And the attitude of involved in the self-different says that on consequentialism and utilitarianism used my chapter on this topic, and the different activities are based on the principle of utilitarian consequentialism. We believe in the spiritualism, and Mahatma Gandhi says that with that. My second question is, what is the second question is?
I was saying that is entire methodology, okay, of
Yes, sir. Yes,
Gandhiji,
sir. Yes, sir.
apart from having an empirical implication, is it
Huh.
at the same time transforming a man, the inner man? Is it transforming the man from the inner side, or is it bringing a spiritual enlightenment, or a is it bringing a spiritual transformation in man? Okay, that is the point I'm raising. In the scheme of Gandhi's
Yes, sir. Huh.
Dharma, you see, you talk of purity in action, well and good. In this
Huh.
purity in action, he is trying to solve out the various empirical problems. Okay.
Hmm.
Now my
Hmm.
question is it at the same time molding a man to grow, to develop from the inner side, as you talk of in your paper? Is it
Huh.
making a spiritual transformation in man?
Hmm.
So that is the point I'm saying. In purity in action, apart from having an empirical implication, is it also bringing about a spiritual transformation in man? Yes or no? How do you see this?
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Spiritual citizen, definitely. And but without Bhagavad Gita, sir, in the whole paper, Mahatma Gandhi believed the two are the love. Love is the one sense. In the case of in our activities, we are going to the spiritual.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you. Well, anybody, any issue to raise? Well, uh, Kalasmana sir, do you have to say something? Any question?
Yes, yes. Madam Anupama,
Yes, sir.
we are well acquainted with Mahatma Gandhi's educational philosophy. And Mahatma Gandhi, for Mahatma Gandhi, education is all-round development out of the best in child, man, body, mind, and spirit. Okay, and for this, he has focused on one thing, that learning by doing. So, learning by doing is a process of Mahatma Gandhi's educational philosophy, actually to for the all-round development of the tinnitus. But how could you see the concept of karma, which Mahatma Gandhi was trying to implement learning by doing in educational sphere?
Sir, in the educational sphere, uh, Mahatma Gandhi says that if all are the doing to the ignorant attachment, all are the doing ignorant attachment, and the lack of knowledge or the lack of proper knowledge is doing all the things of the ego bhava or your attachment in our this world. That is the main thing that in the educational life, the Mahatma Gandhi says that your ignorant attachment is doing all the things.
Okay. Madam, another thing touches my mind, that Mahatma Gandhi focused on or inspired, okay, for swachhata, for cleanliness. Okay, and he said that as if cleanliness is better than the independence. But nowadays, if we are following Mahatma Gandhi's concept of swachhata or cleanliness, what kind of action, what kind of karma that we are doing in order to implement Mahatma Gandhi's concept of swachhata? Is it a form of niskama karma, or what kind of karma that we are doing nowadays?
Yes, sir, definitely is the form of niskama karma. Swachhata means, in case of swachhata means being pure in body and mind. If you are being pure in body and mind, if an inherent sin swachhata is arise, that means you are arising in outside, you must be a swachhata. If your body is pure and your mind is pure, that time you definitely whatever you're doing, that karma is belongs to